In this environment, after the vote to leave the EU, every scrap of economic data is being pored over to see if we can get a sense of what impact Brexit would have. Today, we had another important indicator. Our business editor, Helen Thomas, is here. Helen, what's the latest news?
So today we had the PMI figures for manufacturing in August, and what they showed was a really sharp recovery from the month before. So this is survey data. They ask firms about their levels of business activity, new business and so on. And it's really widely followed. So we'd had a very sharp drop in July, consistent with a potential recession. That was part of what prompted the Bank of England to take action, cutting interest rates and so on. So this bounce back is really quite comforting. And we'd seen some quite good data from the consumer since the referendum on spending and confidence and so on, but this now suggests that business hasn't fallen off the economic cliff as well. Now, the weaker pound is helping, that boosts exports, makes our goods cheaper overseas, but the psychological aspect here is quite important as well. You know, July, people were in shock, we had political turmoil, we didn't have a prime minister for part of the month. Now this suggests that work may have been postponed, but we're getting back to business as usual.
So does this suggest that we'd be giving any kind of recession a body swerve?
Well, we can hope so, but I think it's too soon to sort of make any judgment on that front. I mean, for a start, we're not in a post-Brexit environment, so how business reacts when Article 50 is triggered, when you have these protracted negotiations about our place in the world remains to be seen. The other thing is good data tends to mean the pound strengthens a bit, so that helping hand starts to wane. But most importantly, this was manufacturing data. That's only 10% of the economy. So what we're really waiting for are construction numbers tomorrow and then services numbers next week. Construction isn't huge. Services is the big one, 80% of the economy. If you see a big rebound there, then it really starts to feel like the post-vote shock factor has lifted quite quickly, and that would be good news.
Helen, thanks very much indeed.